Okay, this stretch 5 build is absolutely OP in my opinion, but in general you guys can see that this is like one of the best builds on the game, because especially when you're in the park or even the rec center or even just playing a my career game, the fact that you have a big fella that can step out and shoot the 3 is a problem. But I'm going to ensure that he can actually play on the inside as well, so he's almost like an inside out stretch 5. But obviously they're not going to give me that build. I'm only going to get a stretch 5 at the end of this breakdown, but that's perfectly fine, because as long as I've got the badges and obviously the attributes, I should be able to do some things. So as you can see at the start here, I'm just going to max out the shooting, because that's the most important thing. Once you max that out, you're going to get about 30 badges. I think that's the most you can get anyway. You can only get about 30 badges, which is fantastic with no quick draw. Even with quick draw, I would have still had so many badge points left. I wouldn't even know where to go with the rest of the badge points. But also I want to make sure he can actually, you know, grab some rebounds, play decent defense. So we're going to end up with about, I think 8 playmaking. No, sorry, I said playmaking. 8 defensive badges at the end of this. So with that, he's gonna, I think I'm gonna be able to get like a pogo stick, rebound chaser. So you know the essentials, you know, the essential defensive badges for a big fella, so he can actually get some rebounds and, you know, bucks out his opponents and not get pushed around too much. He's still gonna get pushed around because I had to make sure his weight was a decent weight, so he can actually run up and down the court. Because imagine having a stretch 5 that can hardly run up and down the court. That wouldn't really make any sense. Like it would be ridiculous. So when I ended up building this, I ended up with about 10 finishing badges, because I ended up adjusting. I realized I don't need any playmaking badges, so I just left the playmaking at, I didn't really move the upgrades a lot. I didn't move it at all, in fact, because yeah, I'm gonna get one playmaking badge regardless, even if I was to move it around a lot. So I just left it at that. I picked my weight about 240, so he's actually got some agility and he can run up and down the court. I was playing around with the wingspan trying to see what I could get, but I didn't like all the minuses I was seeing, so I just left it at just the normal one. So then, you know, it just wasn't looking so bad. But obviously I'm going to go with a spot up shooter, because I'm not going to be in the post. I'm going to be out at the 3-point line shooting those threes. So as you can see, I ended up with a stretch 5 similar to LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge doesn't shoot threes like that, does he? Yeah, so you guys can see the finishing badges I did go with. I would actually change cross key to either contact finisher or consistent finisher, but really and truly not really gonna dunk that much, so I'll go with consistent finisher. My shooting badges, I had so much. At some point I didn't know where to go with the rest of them. My playmaking, I went with Dream Shake because I only get 1, and you can see these are my defensive badges that I set out. But this video is coming to an end, guys. If you did enjoy the video, let me know what you enjoyed about the video in the comment section, and don't forget, tough times never last, only tough people last.